Hi, hi everyone. It's John. Anyway, I want to talk about a father and his son living together in one home. Now, as a father, I don't have a son, but I have a daughter. But anyhow, if I had a son, which might, but anyhow, that's interesting. Uh, I love my daughter, so if I had a son, I would love my son. And as a father, if I had a son, I would love my son. If my son was living with me in my home, and say my son wanted to have a party at my home, because say I have a big home, and I could have a big party. Now, my house is my kid's house, but at the same time, being the dad and being it is my house, I'm just not going to let any old buddy roll into my house. So, even though my son might be his home and he might want to have a party and invite some people over, he still has to give that party list to his dad to make sure everyone on that list is invited to come in. Right? uh, so, anyhow, just think about that. Because I know a lot of you out there, I'm pretty sure you probably agree with me on that. That, especially if you're my age, 54. But anyhow, if you're my age or older and you have kids, even if you're younger and you have kids, you'll start to realize that your home is your kid's home too if you love them, right? I mean, if you really love your kids, your home is their home. It's a home, right? We're all equal. So, anyhow, but still, even though it might be my kid's home, I ain't gonna let anybody just come into my home. So, my son or daughter would still have to come to me and say, "Hey, Dad, I want to have a party. Here's a list of people I'd like to have come." And I would be like, "Okay, I want to meet all these people before they come into my home. I want to know who they are, what they're about." Right? A good dad would try. I want to talk about two sons. Two sons. The real son, the fake son. The real son wants everybody. He doesn't want one to perish. He wants everybody to make it back home. The real son wants all his brothers and sisters to make it back home with him, right? The fake son, who's not really a son but wants to be the son, the only son, and if he can't be the only son, well, what's he all about? He's all about burning everybody if he can't be the only son. Right? So, anyhow, the one true son of the Father and Son are one, but they're separate. But they're one. I'm going to explain that in another video. I'm going to show you how you can take 1 plus 1 and it equals 1. I know a lot of people are going to be like, right now, what do you mean you can take 1 plus 1 and it equals 1? Well, yes, you can. If you understand. I'll give you a clue. If you hold two of them together, they might either attract or repel. And the positive has to outweigh the negative. Well, actually, the positive has to flip the negative and become one. So, anyhow, I'm enjoying my tea from Hardee's. That's what Hardee's. That's funny. So, anyhow, this is John. Just want to come on and talk about a parent and his child and having a party and You know, most parents, I'm sure if you're like me, you ain't just going to let anybody roll into your home. I don't care what, right? I mean, I love my kid, but I'm not just going to let him have anybody in my home. So, moral of the story is the son has to invite who he's going to invite, but the father has the final say so. Peace, love, joy, and kindness.